Hi, in this video I'd like to demonstrate the rules of big serve table tennis. So what is big serve table tennis? Well, apart from the service itself, the rules of big serve are the same as conventional table tennis. However, there are two major features of the big serve method that make it very different to the conventional table tennis service. One, the ball is struck from a distance away from the table, and two, it is struck so that it travels directly onto the receiver's half of the table. That is, it doesn't contact the server's half of the table first. To establish a central point from where the service is delivered, a service line has been introduced. The service line consists of a piece of duct tape 20 centimetres long, fixed to the floor and aligned with the centre line of the table. The front edge of the service line is the nearest point to the table, and it is 2.5 metres from the table end line. This distance can be adjusted according to the standard of the players. At the start of the server can choose either foot to be placed on the service line. This foot must be fully behind the front edge of the service line, and it must be covering the full width of the service line. The other foot must be grounded completely to the side of the first foot, and it must be nearer to the table. Once the server's feet are in position, in essence, the ball is struck from the right side of the right foot of the service line, or from the left side of the left foot on the service line, with some height limitations. The most common type of big serve technique is likely to be the right-hander's forehand stroke. So that is what I'll demonstrate. For this, the right foot is placed on the service line, behind the front edge of the service line, and the left foot is grounded to the left side and nearer to the table. The ball is then tossed from the palm of the free hand so that it rises to a peak height lower than the chin. That means the ball must never reach chin height. On the other hand, there is no 16 centimetre minimum ball toss or vertical ball toss requirement, but the ball does have to rise from the palm of the hand. Then, as the ball is falling, the ball is struck to the right side of the right knee and above the height of the right knee. And finally, as part of the service technique, the server must then step backwards with the left foot. That is, the foot not touching the service line. This backstep with the non-service line foot must finish behind the front edge of the service line, and the service is then complete. It's worth noting that a longer forward stance will require a longer backstep. Also, the server is allowed to jump into the backstep as long as the foot finishes behind the front edge of the service line. So let's put that all together in one action. So you can topspin, topspin, you can chop, you can do a side spin serve. You can side spin the other way. You can even do a lob serve. And of course, once the back step is completed, you are free to move forwards. The aim of the big serve concept is to try to produce more open rallies with more footwork and more variety of shots and tactics. Perhaps also a better balance of attack and defence, and hopefully that will translate into more fun. But fun requires practical rules to enable competitive play, and one rule in particular, the backstep, plays an important role in big serve. Obviously the backstep is a counter-efficient movement, but it is necessary because without it, the umpire will not be able to confidently determine a foot fault. And if the umpire cannot determine a foot fault, then they cannot determine a good serve either. One advantage of the big serve method is that if you produce a weak serve, you are already in a good defensive position to try to stay in the point. On the other hand, if you produce a weak returner serve, the server still has some work to do to get to the table, which may give you some time to try to stay in the point as well. Despite this, it may be the case that big serve could work better when combined with a racket restriction, that is, mandating slower bats or bats with less spin. For example, maybe with the right type of promotion, big serve could transform the hard bat game into a viable spectator sport, in a similar way to the World Ping Pong Championships, except better. That would be an interesting experiment, and possibly a productive one. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have lots of fun trying out big serve.